Huh. So, I actually got a message and just lurking on one of their multiple troll accounts, um, put up a video of the entry of a location, like a mobile home park, and said that it was 1.2 miles away from Ocean Way Elementary. I've already mentioned that the kids went to Ocean Way Elementary, but this shows intent to bring harm to children. And then in the comments area, it says, because I'm going, why are they still going after me? Okay, they did the titty pic. What's going on now? What's got their panties in a wad now? You know, now it's just back to back to back bashing. That's all it is. So, which nobody is surprised on this side. Nobody is surprised. I mean, she's mentally disturbed, and the people that do this shit for her are mentally disturbed. Most of them are pulling fucking checks. Not the people that are following her, but the people that are doing this shit for her are getting some type of government help. Must be nice. So, in the comment area, Just Lurking says, keep getting into real life. Do you have a calendar, Just Lurking? Should I send you some money to buy a calendar? Is your government check not enough money? It's 2020. That happened in 2018. And it wasn't even her real life. It was the life that she said was hers. Or did you not follow from, are you new? Are you new here? So, on top of it not being her life, it was just the life she wanted to portray it to be, and now she's like, damn, drats, spoiled again. But now you're just going to keep attacking me for the 2018 incident? I haven't gone into her life. I don't know where she lives. I don't know nothing about, I don't know. She's very well hidden right now, but I ain't got nothing to do with it. So what do you mean by keep going into real life? Because, you know, everybody knows that happened. We're going on 2 years. April will be 2 years. 2 years. So how much mileage is this bitch going to get out of it? How much, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. How much longer is she going to use this, and you use this as an excuse to keep going after me? How long? Again, it's been 2 years, and again, it wasn't her life. The people she claimed were in her life came on and confirmed they were not in her life, and they didn't know her. I mean, what part of that did you miss? So, is there a warranty expiration? Has the tread worn off of this tire yet? And if not, when will it? Because it's been 2 years. I don't know if any of you even realize. 2 years. And she's still screaming at the wall. You had no right. Still doing it. Still doing it. But she's not mental. No. She's got no mental problems. 2 years. And now you are repeatedly bringing the kids into it. Why? Those are my actual grandkids. And I've done nothing out of the way or harmful or bad to the grandkids she claims are hers. So, I mean, not only have I not messed with her family, I haven't harmed the family she claimed was hers. Do you see what I'm saying? She's still using a fabricated life to go after me. Even if they had been her family, okay, and I had gone after her family, which I didn't go after anybody. I contacted people that were not her family, and they were adamant and came on and told people, we don't know that lady. So, even if they had been her family. I think this is expired. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years. You put up a video of my daughter and said I coaxed her. I coaxed her. I was coaching her. Let's see. That was a Periscope. And when you're on Periscope, in case you didn't know, it takes a while sometimes for the phone to tell you that you're live. And you're already live, but you don't know yet until it tells you that you're live. So that gap at the beginning was her waiting for me to tell her when we were live. That's coaching, because I gave her the signal when the phone said live. That's coaching. You keep putting up the video of Aaron, who was 8 at the time. Not even 9. He had something he had to say. He said it, and once I knew it had been heard, I removed it. You have used it to harass me ever since. He had something he wanted to say, and he said it. At 8 years old, and I'm very proud of him for it. I was not going to silence that child. But now you're still going with the kids, dude. You're still going with the kids. I have so much hate. And it all started with Boris in 2015. And then she took the torch and she ran with it in 2016. I had no issues with anybody prior to him. None. Nobody. I had no problems with anyone at all. And she has built a freaking empire of hatred towards me and several others based on nothing but her words. She shares the way she feels about someone, and they absorb it like a sponge. But they're not sheep. They're not sheep. No, they're not sheep. And they don't want to hear any of the story prior to them showing up. If they showed up in 2018, that's as far back as they want to go. They don't care what happened before that. If they showed up in 2019, they don't care what happened before that. They don't want to hear two sides of the story. They don't care. They just know that Lindy's words are all true, even the ones that aren't true, and they've already been proven to be not true. She's been playing the same hate for 4 years, nothing new, just regurgitated. Yeah. 2 years. It's been 2 years since I spoke with Heather through messages. It's been 2 years since Kelly gave me her number. And told me to call her. I've got the message. I didn't call her. She called me. I messaged her because you were telling horrible lies about that chick online, Lindy, and you know you were. I got the freaking videos. You changed your story about Kelly and Jim 3 times. 3. You changed them 3 times. You had this hardcore story about she abandoned her at 2 years old. And she never saw her again. She removed herself from her life. And it evolved from that to, and her being a drunk, to, what was it? Oh God. She only saw her occasionally, briefly, on a holiday when it worked for her, when it was convenient. And then it turned into, Kelly and Jim they helped, but they didn't do as much as Thomas did. I mean, it evolved as it got busted out. Everything about your life evolved after it got busted out. That's not your real life, Lindy. That is your made-up world. So you can't keep saying that I've gone into your real life. I haven't. And you've got your little flunkies going after me for it. I never went into your real life. You didn't know those people. You did not know those people. You did not know those people. Lindy, follow along. Listen closely. You did not know those people. And then you lied about them. And then you lied. And then you lied. And then you lied some more. And then you claimed you and Thomas saw Heather frequently. Very often. And come to find out you'd never met her. They're not your family. Lindy. Jesus, woman, get your meds adjusted. And it was 2 years ago. If you can keep pounding home every time you cut on the camera and lying about me, then I am going to rebut it with the truth about you. And I brought the facts. I brought the literal people because they wanted to tell their side. So, if you can pound away at the lies, I can pound away at the truth. That is my business. I'm not going to sit there at freaking 49 years old and just let some random wackadoodle redneck just run rampant telling lies about me and shit. No, not happening. You don't fucking know me so well. What are y'all saying here? The Facebook pictures prove that's nothing but more lies. Oh, the pictures that she posted of the twins. You know where she got that picture from? Not the first one. The second one. The second set. She posted them after I posted it on the GoFundMe. The family sent it to me. She snagged it from the GoFundMe and she posted it over there. And then every time I would, and I've got the dates, I've got the snippets, it shows the exact date that it was done. She did it after I posted it. And then every time I would update the images of the twins on the GoFundMe, the family sent pictures to me. She'd snag them. And then she'd use them like she got them legit from the family. And it bothered the family hugely. A lot. So they quit sending them to me. For the GoFundMe. They quit sending them to me for the GoFundMe. I don't want to tell a half truth. They quit sending them to me for the GoFundMe. Let's see. And they did it because of her. Anyone who believes a nameless, faceless troll, I have no use for. Exactly. She's changed her. No one knew her real name for the longest time. She never comes on the camera, and all she does is scream and yell. And it's already been shown repeatedly through court documents notarized and filed that 80% of the shit she claimed about her and her mom were lies. And they still believe her. And the only thing is, this was all to... well, the family had a right to know, first off. And secondly, I thought, this debunks all the lies she's been telling about me. All of them. And she doubled down on them. She's insane. So, I'm trying to figure out, whose real life am I in? Hi, Alex. Stewie. Whose real life did I get into recently? Because that was 2 years ago. 2 years. I think someone needs to send Just Lurking, a.k.a. Miss Anonymous, a.k.a. Lost and Found Videos, a.k.a. Saved Scopes, a.k.a. all of the damn accounts that this motherfucker has. Somebody needs to send this bitch a calendar. 2 years since that happened. And they're just going to keep using it. I mean, it has to end eventually. If not, if there's no end to it, does this mean they have the right to keep going after me? No matter where I move, no matter where I go, they can just keep riding that thing from 2018, from April 2018, and use it as their way to condone going after me? Is that what that is? Because if anyone supports that, you might want to reevaluate yourself, especially if you call yourself a Christian. You really might want to reevaluate yourself, because everyone deserves forgiveness, right? Or redemption or something, including your little queen. She does. But she won't stop long enough for anyone to forgive her. She just keeps going. You see. And she's a felon on the run with many elderly eBay victims. That's terrible. What's that, her biological daughter that passed away? No. It was her boyfriend's kid. And by the time she came around, she'd already moved away. She never met her. They talked on they texted a lot. They did, well, not a lot, but when Heather would need to talk to her dad, she would text, and is there a site where you can buy viewers and subs on a channel? I think that's what she's done. I'm sure there is. I hear people talking about it all the time. There is, but that's stupid. Yes, I don't understand. I'd rather have 148 authentic views than 350 bought ones. It's just, talk about stroking your own ego. So anyway, it happened 2 years ago in April. It wasn't real life. It was one she made up. And everything I'm saying is true. It's true that it was 2 years ago in April. It's true and has been proven that she made up everything. Every time she said, we're going this weekend to see the twins, she never went anywhere. She didn't go. Everybody thought she was at least going to see the twins. You know? Everybody thought at least, well, obviously, because it's Thomas's grandkids. And then when we spoke to the people that actually had the twins, they were like, that woman's never been to this house. I said, you've never met her? I mean, you met her at the funeral. They were like, no, we didn't go to the funeral. We had the twins. But she and Thomas were invited, well, not her, but Thomas, and she would have been a tag-along, were invited to come see the twins, hold the twins. They were just out of the hospital. And, they didn't go. They didn't. They left. They left the area. So, I mean, everything I said about her, I said it and I backed it up. I didn't just say it. It wasn't her life. I don't know, what does it take for you to get it? It's been 2 years, first off. Second off, it wasn't her life. I mean, I guess if I repeat it like she does about stuff, eventually it'll sink in with somebody. Because that's worked for her. She just keeps repeating the same thing over and over. You had no right. You had no right. And it's like, still, it's been 2 fucking years. Are you gonna move past this? You can always create another background. You can create a different history, a story. I mean, you've done it several times, Lindy. Do it again. Right, not her grandkids, not her life. Right, if it's not her grandkids and her life, then how did I go into real life? What I did was went into her catfish story. And she's pissed. And I know when it comes to the internet, people can alter their image or pretend to be something they're not. She carried that shit triple fold. She went all in. And she was like, I'm not going to tweak my life. I'm going to create my life. And I'm going to use Thomas and his military career. I'm going to use my grandmother status. That's not real. I'm going to use my stepmother status. That's not real. I mean, there are stepmoms out there. My sister's a stepmom. That these women help raise their stepkids. I have plenty of friends that have stepkids that I grew up with. I went to high school with. They married guys who had kids. I know what a stepmom is. She's not. But see, when you're empty and void of anything, you're empty and void of those motherly instincts. You're empty and void of, oh, by the way, I caught Lindy's crying over guns. And as soon as we heard her, I looked at Doug and was like, and Doug went, holy shit, she's mimicking the way you cry. I went, yeah, you think? I genuinely have to, that's how I've always cried. And I try to calm myself, and it takes a while. But not being genuine, her crying lasted like 30 seconds, the crying tone. And when she did the whole, because she got quiet, and then she went, which she's never done. I've got multiple video clips of her doing that cry thing, and she's never done that. And so now all of a sudden she cries like me? Are you fucking kidding me? Lindy, oh my God, you're such a sociopath. Yeah, you're crying like me. I've got too many videos of you crying, but you got it wrong. Let me teach you the way it works for a real human that really feels. When you breathe out like that you don't immediately start talking. You did. And the reason is because when you do that, it's because you're trying to calm down. You're trying to catch your breath, even yourself out, so you can get the words out without breaking down again. That's something you can't really be taught. You just feel it. And you clearly know the methodology now. You just can't pull it off. It was ridiculously pathetic. You should be ashamed of yourself. That was the fakest, and your crying lasted for about 30 seconds. I mean, we were sitting here laughing at her. We were like, she's 51 years old doing this shit. And I was like, watch, Doug, she'll come on and go, do you know how stupid you sound? Do you? No, Lindy, I know how real I sound, and that's one thing you hate about me. I nail you every time. I peg it every time. Gotcha. Because when I heard it, I was like, it's like she's mimicking me. It's freaking weird. You see. That's a great way to put it. You only went into her catfish story. That's exactly what it was. When she got caught, she went ballistic. She wasn't willing to let that one go because she invested a lot into that one. Fook your Corvette. What is that? You're jealous, Stewie. Who's got a Corvette? She steals parts of everyone's life. Exactly. She started saying, shut your dick sucker or cock sucker. Wonder where she got that from. Can't imagine. She started saying, swing your purse. She got that from Boris. Gosh, what were some other ones? Lay down by your bowl. Got that one from Boris. She was a blank slate, much like a child is. And she started to kind of create a persona based on little things about others that she liked. Little things that she heard, little things that she saw. And she has created herself. If you look at the 2016 Lynn, she's not like this one now. She has completely created who she is now. And for the ones who haven't been around since then, they don't see it. They don't know. You have to be there for a while. If I walked in and met her a month ago, I wouldn't know how much she had changed, but I've been here. I've seen it. You see. I was talking to Dr. Beth. My day was exhausting, Stewie. It was really, really tiring. I'm whipped. The boys have been home from spring break, and now they've extended it because of this whole virus thing. Thankfully, the weather chippered up, and they were able to go outside and play today. So they've been out in the yard playing and catching spiders and bugs, crickets. Jack's the lizard wrangler. His thing is lizards. He's always got to catch them. Let me see. But yeah, so single white female. There you go. Hey Bean, how you doing? But it's really not that. She's done it. If I had a list, and I know someone out there's been keeping up, the things that she does, that she's added to her persona, have come from people that actually do it. They actually say these things. They do these things. They feel these things, and it shows, and then she makes it part of who she is. She's fucking weird. She's fucking weird. And then getting this lurking person to constantly go after me and saying, just today, keep going into real life. When will that expire? That was 2 years ago. I'll just keep saying it. It's worked for her. She's built a whole channel on repeating herself in place of actually showing proof of anything. Jeez Louise. If anybody only knew what my life was like with this wackadoodle prior to 2017, or prior to mid-2017. Holy shit. Just wow. I don't even know what to say. She's wow. From the moment she messaged me and I ignored her and she kept going and kept going, I finally responded. From that moment on, it was a regretful thing that I ever found Boyd because of her. Boris I can deal with. He's a pathetic, broken child. He's a man child. He's broken. He was treated like hot shit as a kid, and it shows. He never came out of that. He's broken. So he treats everyone like shit because he feels like shit. So, I get it. But Lindy, medication. If not full hospitalization. She's, something's wrong with that woman. There is something genuinely broken with her. Like, deeply, deeply. There's no psychiatrist couches that would ever fix what the hell is wrong with that head. You can really tell just lurking is mentally ill or chemically challenged. Just lurking, I think, might be a little on the slow side. Very much a follower and a stirrer of shit. I'm thinking, So the live-in guy thinks she's side guy. The side guy is gay. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know. All I know is whoever just lurking is, and they've been around a long time from what I hear, If they've been around for that long and they've seen what happened, everything, and they know what's gone on from day one with her and me and Jim, Boris, then they're just evil. There's no other way to put it. They're just evil. They're evil anyway because they keep going after the kids. And that doesn't matter where I stand in the story. Those kids, I got nothing to do with it. You know? I mean, no one's going to take my boys away, but it's just like, how sick are you? What if you say something or you push somebody and without even knowing it? Because people watch all the time and they don't say anything. And then you say just the right thing or the wrong thing, and somebody picks up on it, and to prove their loyalty to you, Lindy, or just lurking, they come find me and they hurt my kids. That's on you. I haven't talked to anybody, or I haven't talked about you in your real life. I haven't gone into your real life since 2018. Anything that I'm saying since then is shit that came out in 2018. So what the fuck? So stupid. So stupid. But, okay, I already read that. So anyway, I gotta go back. We hadn't long been home from the store. We had to get groceries. And there ain't a whole lot to pick from. There's a message from Doug. Oh, Aaron's got to go pick up his computer tomorrow. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So that's it. I just want to make sure, just lurking, if you need a calendar, let me know. If you are under the impression that I have further gone into her life in the last 24 hours. I mean, you just put a titty video up of me yesterday. Is there a point where you get tired of fucking with me? Is there a point where you no longer feel the need to harass me for the sake of a woman who can't stop screaming at her phone about something that wasn't even true? I mean, so if you ever get to the point that you want to let me know exactly where I'm in her life at this point in time, it would probably benefit everyone. Something tells me you're not going to give me that information because it doesn't exist. I've already stopped and you know it. And if you admit that, then you can't keep harassing me. That's what I'm thinking. I'm also going to put it out there right now. I think everybody who considers me, when they see these types of videos and clips and hear people talking shit about me, and I say it every so often, I'm going to just refresh it. I don't want to know. I don't watch that channel. I don't watch Lindy. I don't watch Boris. I don't watch any of these trolling channels. So, I mean, why? Who wants that negativity in their world? I mean, so I appreciate that you're well-intended, and I understand that. You intend to be helpful. I don't need to know. What people think of me is none of my business. I don't care. It doesn't change how I feel. It doesn't change who I am. I still have to get up in the mornings. I still have to feed my boys. I still have to clean up after my dogs. I still have to clean the house, do my laundry, put the dogs out to go potty, clean the litter box, play with my turtle, clean his tank. I mean, cook dinner, wash the dishes. I still have to do life things. Why would I want to give one little fragment of my time to anyone who has something bad to say about me? I don't. If you feel the need to defend me, you go right ahead. I'm not going to say nobody defend me. Absolutely. If you hear something and you feel like I deserve defending, you defend me. But don't defend me based on blind faith. Please don't do that. If I said something and you believe it, but I didn't show you proof of it and you're kind of on the fence about it, be on the fence. You should be. People that don't discern the stuff that they hear and really give it weight based on the the facts. That's how Lindy grew her channel. She grew her channel based on folks that just blindly follow and believe shit. Even when you throw a gallon or 2 gallons or a truckload of evidence at them that what you've heard all along is not true, they go, nope, sorry, it doesn't matter. We're going to change now. It isn't about her being a felon. Now it's about, it was 10 years ago. No, it's about the fact that she lied to you about all of it. It's all a lie. All of it. I am better than you, Lindy. I'm better than you in so many ways I can't count them. I am happily married. I might not have been happily married in 2015. We had a lot going on in our house. But anyone who's married, a good friend of mine told me this last night, this person said, he says, anybody that's married and says that every day is a cakewalk, like a good day, and they never fight, they're full of shit. And they have some bad times, some rough spots, and some really bad stuff. And the longer you're with someone, the more likely you are to experience all of them. And me and Doug have experienced those and more. And we took our vows seriously. Lindy, we didn't get divorced when the honeymoon was over, okay? We took our vows seriously, and it was for better or for worse. And I got super weak, and I had to do what I had to do, not because of Doug, I've said it before, but I left because of my daughter in 2015, and Doug knew that, and so did all my friends. That helped me leave. I am happily married, and that titty pic don't prove nothing. That was 2015, and there was nothing happy about my life then. I was miserable, I was sad, and I was scared. So, it doesn't prove anything other than I'm a pretty free fucking spirit. And I'll send a titty pic to just about anybody that I trust. It also proves that I trust too easily. But, let me see. Wait, I'm missing something. These people keep kids' pics in their underwear. Yes, they do. Jack ran past the computer back in 2018, past me, and he was in his underwear. They had to slow the video down and get a freeze frame and say, look what she did, look what she lets these boys around in their underwear. Everyone that saw that video said he ran past. She had nothing to do with that. I was up against the wall almost all the way. He ran past. He could have gone in front of me. He went behind me. So yeah, they go out of their way. She's just a liar. She literally tells everyone she lets those boys on in their underwear. No, I didn't. No, I fucking didn't. Yes, I can read your comments. I'm sorry. Let me see what you said. Okay. Laura Stevenson said, I do, Corey. That's why I asked you those questions, but you never answered me. Wait, what questions? Did I miss questions? I'm sorry. I am looking. What? Oh, was that her biological daughter that passed? Oh, I answered you that. Did you call the funeral? Oh, did I call the funeral home? No, that's the other thing. She first said Kat called the funeral home. Then she said the trolls called the funeral home. Now she's saying I called the funeral home. She also, I'm glad you brought that up, dear. I really am. She also says that, hi, Harold. She also says, what was it? Oh, I called the nursing home. She said Kat did that. I mean, she changes the perp based on who she's going after. If she's going after Kat, Kat did it. If she's going after me, I did it. If it's Rory, Rory and Kat did it together. So, what else was it? She's still saying that I called the courthouse where her mom retired. By the way, her mom was fired, and I didn't call. I never said I called. I mean, it's YouTube. I've got all my videos. Why doesn't she show you guys the clip where I claimed it? Because she doesn't have a clip where I claimed it, because it doesn't exist. And she never backs up anything she fucking says. So, what else was it? Does anyone else remember what it was I was supposed to have done or called? Let me see. Chiming in says, I raised 3 boys. They ran around at home in their underwear all the time, which is why I tried to keep my chair back against the wall, but they were playing like tag or something. We were in the RV, already not a whole lot of room, you know. Let's see. Laura, did I get the right ones you wanted me to read? Did I get them? Oh my God. She never shows proof. No, Beth, she doesn't. And she just yells and screams, and she keeps the repetition going, you know? And then the people get this rage in them towards me. And they're so angry at me. And I'm like, these people don't even fucking know me. They don't even know a third of what this woman has done. Way prior to 2018. I mean, okay, she can use that whole thing in 2018. Let's just give her that. Let's just give her that for a minute. How does she explain all the bullshit she did to me from 2016 up? How does she explain that? How does she explain following me from comment area to comment area and attacking me? Her and Boris. Every time I'd leave a comment somewhere, for some reason, they would fucking see it every time. And they would comment and trash me. What a trailer trash piece of shit I am. We're garbage. We're welfare babies. I mean, just insane shit. And I'm like, what is wrong with these people? These people are older than me. And so, I mean, there was so much that went on prior to me finally going, fuck this. This is bullshit. Lindy's now lying about this chick and her daughter. That's bullshit. This is getting out of hand. She's been doing it to me for 2 years, and I'm not gonna let this just happen. But I didn't know she was a sociopath. And a normal human would have, like, dropped their head in shame. No, it's about the game for her. It's the game. It's insane. She's insane. Someone called her ex-husband. That was it. She claimed that I called her ex-husband. Why doesn't she prove it? She claims I called her sister. Why does nobody make her show? Why doesn't someone just say, how would you know that? You said you don't even talk to her anymore. How do you know she called your husband? I mean, your ex-husband. None of it ever happened. But she has built an entire channel and a group based on just constantly screaming the same lies into the screen and then tweaking them as they need to be. Only weirdos and perverts would save photos of that. I agree. The shit she says about my daughter is ridiculous. I haven't heard her. I don't watch her. Beth, I don't watch her. I will not watch that bitch. If somebody says you need to hear this part, like somebody told me you need to listen to the video that Lindy did today. It's like 30-some minutes long. I went, that's too long. Give me a timestamp. I'm not listening to that bitch for 3 minutes unless it's something important, but I'm not listening to the whole thing. So they gave you the timestamp and I watched that part, but I cannot. I mean, it's just like, you know how Boris gets on there and he starts talking like her and saying that it's me? When she said, there's that old cataract killers, me and Doug were rolling. He said, now how does that motherfucker talk like that and then say it's you? I went, oh, I know. There's that old cataract killers. And we just lost it. We just lost it. I was like, just sounds like Boris. That's the way Boris talks when he's trying to be me. It's fucking hilarious. She can say she didn't go after my daughter, just Jerking did, but I hold her responsible. Right. These people are acting on behalf of her. They only go after the ones that she goes after. But here's the thing. Just Lurking uses that channel to go after me, Kat, Rory, Mallory. Okay. Just Lurking has the Miss Anonymous channel that strictly goes after Elvis. So what we have is we have a person. I really feel like it's a man. I'm sorry, it's a man. It may be a man and a chick, but it's a man. He's the brainchild behind that. So we've got someone who just uses a channel. He just needs to go after people. He just needs to stir the pot. Clearly doesn't have any type of employment because he's got so much time. So he's retired or disabled, but he's got so many channels and they're not dedicated to this. They're all different. To like this one goes after this person. This one goes after this person. So they just need to go after people. They're like her. They need to attack. which explains Corey, we need t-shirts that say Doug says. Oh my God. I'm going to tell you right now. Jack heard me and Doug in the room. Me and Doug were in our room. And he was saying something about the stupid bitch. And I said, well, you're going to have to say that yourself. I'm not going to. He said, why not? I said, because if I say it, all she's going to do is say, Doug said, Doug said, Doug said. We laughed and we left the room. As we walk out of the room, Jack is standing at the stove trying to fit a wheel back on a little car. And he stops, he looks up at me, and he puts his hand on his hip, and he goes, Doug said, Doug said, Doug said. And I said, oh my God. Oh my God. It was great. We were laughing so hard. I was like, yeah, that's what Pop Pop said. Pop Pop said. That's funny. What kills me is when she says, she keeps those children involved. No, I don't. I happen to have birthed children who birthed children that had ears. See, it's been proven. Everything she accused. Oh, what was the other thing the line bitch said? Oh, the commenters were saying that I'm not properly protecting the boys during this coronavirus and I should take Jack to the hospital. Why am I taking Jack to the hospital? Is there something wrong with Jack that I'm not aware of? If they're referring to when he was sick before the coronavirus outbreak. And so they automatically assume he didn't get any medical care. Now, they know this. This is a fact. She's not keeping those. Oh, and it's her other account, Lindy's other account, Black something, I think it is. Anyway, says she's not keeping these children safe during this coronavirus. Those children need to be removed. Still encouraging, disrupting the lives of little kids that have nothing to do with this. Still disrupting me online when I haven't bothered her. You know, I haven't gone into her life. Not even the first time. Much less since then. It's just, I think we can all see who the dirty trash bag full of trash bags is. It's not me. I backed up everything I showed. I backed up everything I said. And I can back up everything I'm saying about when this all began and how she's the one that fucking pursued me. Now that, like Beansprout said, that's some single white female shit. She pursued me. She came after me, trying to be my friend, and then when I turned her off and said, yeah, fuck yourself, that's when all hell went, it all went to shit, okay? And now she's saying, I was just trying to give you a chance. I was giving you a fair chance. Why? Because you also changed your story and said you were around during my GoFundMe, bitch, and that you knew it was a scam from day one. But then you sent me an email that said you found boy in 2016, in January. It's like, if you don't lie, you don't have to remember your story. It just is what it is. You can't keep your lies straight. You can't. You were pursuing me because you're a freaking stalker. You have been stalking me since early 2016. And I tried to ignore you and you kept talking to me and you kept messaging me. You're insane. And I can prove it. Run your mouth, keep repeating yourself, lose your air, suck wind all day. I don't give a shit. I can back my shit up. I have all the messages. And you'll say, I got as many messages as you do. Well, then show. Show who pursued who. Show it. You won't do it. It's got nothing to do with you trying to be my friend. You're a fucking stalker. And because I don't pursue you on here and keep bashing and going and going and going all day long like you do, then you're obviously right. Oh my God. The stupid is so thick and oozing over there. It's unbelievable. The truth teller got caught as Lindy years ago. Really? I didn't know that. Everyone who goes to her channel is pathetic and brainless. Oh, I believe some of them just don't know. They do not realize. Corey, she's obsessed with you, Rory, and Kat. Yeah, a little bit. I think she's really upset with me because Boris had that picture of my titties on his hard drive for how long? How long? 4.5 years. That's funny. They're both laughable. Yep. They're both ass clowns. They deserve each other. He's just pathetic. He is absolutely... He thinks he's balling. He thinks he's like this dope ass in his little shed. He lives in something that me and Doug would use at our old land for storage. Our outbuilding where we had our well, our deep well, with our well, like our well pump and everything, and all of our tools and all of our utility was bigger than his fucking house. Boris, eat my ass. Seriously, you are a freaking ass clown, dude. You're a fucking ass clown. A chiming he had, because he held them things close to his heart for a long time. Am I crazy, or did she say she has a sister yesterday? She has a sister. It's the one that she stole her bank card and used it to pay her bills. That happened in 2007. But yet she just claimed on a stream, somebody said, go to this timestamp, you have to hear this. And I went to it, and she said she hasn't talked to her sister since, oh God, did she say 98 or 99? And then she had the nerve to say, yeah, I cut ties with her in 98, 99. Bitch, your sister cut ties with you. She cut you. You haven't changed that good, okay, honey? You've always been insane. They'll be enemies again by Christmas. They made up after Valentine's Day, a revolving door, so no gifts. Bingo! Because Boris won't give her shit. He's a tightwad. Oh my God, you freaking nailed it. You nailed it. What else was it she said? There's so much shit she lies about. I can't even keep up. I gotta get ready to go out there and finish cleaning up my deck. Court records don't lie. She just ignores them. I mean, because if her last husband was gone by 2005 during her eBay scam, then how can they be at fault for the 2007 evictions, the squatting, the car that she didn't pay on, the credit card debt from Providian? She literally got a credit card, and if you look at it, she used it to live off of. She's never taken care of herself. She can't hold a job. It's like she's so unstable she can't work. She never sold a business. There was never a business. She's flipped that story 1,000 times. It went from being her business to being the business of a man when Boris came out and told the truth about what that business was, that it wasn't hers, that she worked for some dude, to being that. I didn't say it was my business. I said it was some guy's business, and I was working for him when we sold it or some shit. She said it was her business that she sold because she was smart. Smart enough to sell a business at 30 years old. 30 years old. Shove your teeth back in. Have y'all seen that picture of her with her trainer teeth? Oh my God. She was like skin and bones. She was so, and her eyes were all droopy. And she had them long ass, she was looking some long in the tooth, boy. She said in his stream that he gave her money. She was in the side chat. That who did? The guy that owned the business? Yeah, it's called a paycheck. There's actually a clip of that on Mallory's channel. Of what? Oh God, I can't keep up. She never could keep a roof over her head till she hoodwinked Thomas. Yes, ma'am. You got it, Chiming. You nailed it. If you just look at it, have you noticed the pattern? Yes. With that and with her past. But yeah, so I haven't gone in her life again. Everything that gets talked about is because she keeps talking about me. I remember I made that comment on Mallory's channel 3 months ago, maybe 2. And the next thing I know, she's up at 3 o'clock in the morning. She's raging on me. I was like, and like Mallory said, Lindy wasn't even mentioned. I never even said her name. But she's not crazy. No, she's not crazy. Boris gave her money for some bill. He said it once, but can't remember. Oh. It was a stream this week. No one needs to go into her life. She doesn't have one. Right. She just steals everyone else. Yes, she just steals everyone. I mean, she's saying, swing your purse, shut your cocksucker. Everything she ever says is something that, so then I look back at some things that she had said prior to me knowing her, like she was saying it when I met her, and now I realize, oh my God, I wonder what community she was in that she got this shit from. I mean, because I've seen the pattern, and she just, and it matches with what I read about a sociopath. They are like a raw canvas, and they'll pick up traits about the people in their lives or people that they come in contact with. They may walk into a grocery store, and the same checkout girl, they see her every day, and she does something weird with her gum, or she'll move her hand a certain way, and the person will like it, so they'll start doing it. And it's like they have to create and mimic to be something. They don't feel. They don't. Which, obvious, she has to pretend cry. I mean, because I can tell you right now, when Guns was MIA, he forgot to tell me he was going on vacation. So I was genuinely scared. And I was like, fuck, man, I have not heard from Guns. And Doug said, he might be dead. And I was like, you need to shut up. Don't even say that shit. And I literally cried. I was bawling. Not going to do it. But, so to hear her pretend to give a shit about David Guns, David, don't get mad at me for this, please, but fuck her. But that was the most comical display of trying to feel like a human that I've seen probably ever from her. Ever. Except for that time she cried for Boris and didn't cry for Heather in the same conversation. I referred to Heather as the poor dead girl, and she used the same phrase the next day. There you go, Beth. It's little shit. That's like when I started saying she was a sociopath on Periscope. The dates are there. Even though her Periscope is down, the original one, I've got all of her scopes from that one. Like, all of them. 100%. Well, I think I'm missing 2 because she deleted them, like, immediately. But I lost my train of thought. I'm so tired, y'all. These kids are wearing me out. What was I saying? Oh, when I was calling her a sociopath. And then all of a sudden, she put up a video right behind me within 24 hours and said, I think Corey might be a sociopath. Me and my friends were like, really? God, that's original. And then she went through and read the list like I did. I read each thing and then gave an example of something she did that applied to it. So she did the same thing, only she read each thing and then just said, well, yeah, she does that. Read the next thing and went, well, yeah, that's true about her too. Never gave a single example. Classic Lindy. I mean, I was like, and I've got the video. If y'all would like to see it, she can't strike it because the originals are gone. It's fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. But, so I mean, everything that people do, she makes it part of who she is. So weird. I've never met anyone like, I've read about people like that, but I've never actually met anyone like that. Hers is more severe than I've ever even read about. It's a game we play. Whatever you want her to say, just say it about her. She'll come back with it about someone. It's funny as hell. Is it not? Is it not funny? But it's also disturbing. It's very disturbing. And I understand her being at that phase in her life where her friends on Facebook that she went to school with have, you know, they have the older kids going to college. They have the grandkids. And she doesn't have that. So she wants that. So she's lucked out and she got with this dude that's willing to, first off, put up with her shit. He's willing to feed her. Apparently a lot. And he's, you know, he'll keep her inside so the cops don't get her. And he also has a daughter. So she's like, my daughter this. We never heard about the daughter until the daughter was pregnant. Then we heard about the daughter. And So yeah, you want that in your life. But if you're going to want that in your life, then go be a part of their life. Don't say, we went and saw the twins this weekend. They're getting so big. Go fucking see the twins that weekend. I mean, why do you gotta lie about everything? Why is everything gotta be a fucking lie? I got no use for a liar, because if you'll lie, you'll steal. And if you'll steal, then you'll lie. And you've proven that because we've seen your court records. You're nothing but a thief. And a liar. I don't care how much anyone dislikes someone. If there are children, you fucking leave them alone. Right, Harold? Exactly. It's kind of fascinating to watch because it's bizarre. See, Beth, you and me are so much a fucking like. That's what I was like. This is bewildering, but at the same time, I'm absolutely mesmerized by, not her, but by the ability to just not have a conscience. I don't even know what that, I can't even imagine. I don't ever want to know what that's like. Her conscience is not just kind of like, we all have a break in ours every now and then, but hers doesn't exist. She doesn't, there's nothing there. And this isn't me giving any kind of professional evaluation. This is my observation of this bitch since 2016. She's fucking crazy. I'm telling you, somewhere there is a psychiatrist folder that's incomplete with a psychological evaluation ordered by the court on her, and she bolted. So even if the court didn't order it, she was in the middle of an evaluation and she quit because she probably didn't like the way it was going, because she can't be at fault. It's a morbid curiosity. Exactly. It's kind of like when you ride by a car wreck and it's horrible and you know that you're going to need some serious brainwashing when you're done seeing it, but you can't not look. She's like Elvis. You gotta watch. How do you not watch? You've gotta watch. I think she legit believes her own delusions. She does. I didn't used to think that, Beth, but I think she does. I know I've missed a lot of comments because, I mean, like, she tries to shame me. She tries to, telling me how fucking ugly I am, and, so fugly this and so fugly that, and how I'm fat. I'm fat? I didn't fucking know that. I should probably go buy a mirror, right? I mean, it's like, she's a toddler. So sad. She never grew up past, like, being, like, 14. She just never did. That's the level of maturity that she's got. But without a soul. Hi, Viv. I saw one of her blogs from a while back. In her introduction, she mentioned Thomas and her mother, but never mentioned her daughter. What kind of mother does not acknowledge her daughter? Every mother would. My sister has 2 stepsons, 2 blood sons, 2 stepsons. That other thing is the police report that Just Lurkin put up and said it was my sister. That was hilarious, with the red light things and all that. I mean, so much of it doesn't match with where she, like, the red light tickets. She lived in Rocky Mountain. They didn't have the red light program there. I mean, it's just, there's so much that doesn't make sense. Like the year that in 87, the speeding ticket or whatever, she didn't even have a car. Like that whole year, she was without a car that whole year. And I sent the link to her and I was like, hey, Angel, the trolls said this is your police report. Now, Angel's not her real name. We've called her Angel her whole life. That's just, that's not her first name. That's not her whole name. She doesn't, like, when she does official shit, they don't call her Angel. But, there was some shit about trespass, and I can tell you what's on her background. I'm going to tell you right now. Yes, relationships are hard, and they're worth it in the end, as long as you work it. We've seen her ugly ass throw mama from the train. She is so creepy. She is. My sister's got an assault charge, and I know she wouldn't take that back because it was her son's girlfriend. They had kids together. She was in the back seat of a car. A two-door was her first mistake. She was in the back seat of that two-door car. And she started running her mouth to my sister when she dropped off the boys. And they took the boys inside, and when they went to go back out there to get their bags, she was running her mouth, cussing at my sister. And my sister's step-granddaughter, who she raised, her stepdaughter's child, from the time she was 2 years old. So my sister's step-granddaughter jumps in the back seat, because she's 17, something like that. She jumps in the back seat, starts whooping her ass. So my sister goes to grab her. She's like, it ain't worth it. Get your ass out. She's dragging her out, right? Because this is a two-door car. And then she starts running her mouth to my sister. My sister hauled her step-granddaughter out of there. She dove in there. She whooped that bitch's ass. She sure did. And that's the only big charge on my sister. That is it. She has no other big charges. They said she was selling cocaine and all this other shit. I was like, I've seen my sister's background. She ain't got none of that shit. She worked at the Coast Guard base. Now, how is she going to work there with the shit that they were trying to say was her? Then in the description, oh, by the way, it didn't have any identifying information. Nothing. No name, no location, nothing. And then they said in the description, just lurking. Another one stalking me now. That's two. Said my mom was arrested for not paying a cab fare and for stalking. And my mom and my dad have been together since my mama was 12 years old. But my mom was arrested for stalking. And it just says it in the description. See, they're planting seeds so people will see it and go, oh my God. But like me and Doug both said, when I told him, I said, you can believe what they said about my mama. And I told him, he said, that bitch has had 2 cars since I've known you. I said, that bitch has had 2 cars since I've been born. There have always been 2 cars at my home.
What are you talking about?
My mama.
Failing to pay for a tax or something?
Failing to pay for that cab thing.
She never stepped the foot in a cab.
My mom ain't been in a cab a day in her life.
I've never been in a cab.
I've never been in a cab but twice, but that was because I had to come back from the airport. But that was a big cab fare. It was over $140. But I paid in food stamps. Oh, I paid in titty pics. Let's see. If they say it, it makes it true. Right. My mom didn't pay a cab. Yes. My mom is now, what is she, 77? So I can totally see my mom back when she lived in Virginia running and avoiding paying a cab. First off, I'd be like, why the fuck are you in a cab, Mom? What's wrong with your cars? She's a typical con, and she's had lots of practice. She learned it from her mother. I mean, we see that now. Just lurking reminds me of a toad. I don't know. Just lurking's just a shit stirrer, I think, and needs to attack. Now that I see the other channels, it's always about going after someone. I can't imagine that. Like, me and Doug and the kids have just spent a wonderful day together. And we've been to the grocery store. We went out and got lunch. Everybody wanted something totally different. So we ended up going to Burger King. Did the boys get Burger King? Yes. The boys got Burger King. Doug got Hungry Howie's for a pizza. And I got Taco Bell. Doug said, why not? It's no big deal. I was like, there's no sense in going to 3 places. He went, I don't mind. So we did. And we went to the grocery store. And it's just a beautiful day. We had the windows down. And I can't imagine just doing what they do all day. Just all day. This is it. This is all they do. But people can listen to me, and they can listen to her, and I'm leaving it to the people. You know, make up their mind. But I mean, if you believe her, fine. But why would you personally come after me when I don't even know who you are? I haven't asked anyone to go after you. Lindy, I have not asked anyone to attack you or go after you. Matter of fact, I've had a friend say to me, I'll start a fucking troll account and I'll start tearing that bitch apart. I'm like, don't. Then you're no better than her. You're no better than her and the motherfuckers who do it for her. You're better than that. We're better than that. It'll die down. If we keep feeding the fire, it's going to keep going. Well, I was wrong because we haven't fed the fire. Over here, we haven't fed any fucking fire. If she gets brought up in a conversation, we comment. We comment. But I'm not going to just not talk about her. Fuck you, Lindy. I'll talk about what the fuck I want to. But I haven't contacted anybody in your world. And for you to just keep using something from 2 years ago to condone what your stalking of me and your obsession of me is obvious. Everyone can see it. Everybody can see that you're using something 2 years old. You're literally riding on the rim, bitch. The tire is blown. They ain't got nothing to do with tread anymore. The tire's fucking shot. The rim is bent. Dumbass. Let me see. Hi, Donna. Lurking went after me, accusing me first of stealing pickles and now of stealing someone's purse. There you go. See? Exactly why is just jerking coming from me when I haven't done jack to them and I've never lied about her or about myself. Just lurking is a weak-minded puppet shit stirrer. They just need someone to be their master and they chose her. I mean, they chose her. I don't think that is her. I think that is somebody else. But you'd have to be pretty fucking weak to just say, I need to be angry at people. Someone be my master. Oh, I'll do your dirty deeds and your evil bidding, my queen. It's fucking weird. Laura says, so fuck it, I had to go walk my dog. I have a couple of questions. One, did you call the funeral home? Oh, I answered. I'm sorry, you weren't in when I answered. I did not call the funeral home. Here's a list of them. I did not call the funeral home. I did not call her sister. I did not call her ex-husbands. I did not call her mother's, the nursing home where her mother was. Where else was it? She said I didn't call the courthouse. And so it's no coincidence that she never shows any proof how she knows. I mean, she knows somehow, right? She got the information from somewhere. Why is she not sharing that? Boris, her husband. No, Boris isn't her husband. Thomas is her boyfriend that she lives with. And then Boris is a guy she met on the internet. And then she went and traveled. First, she claimed that she left Thomas and lived with Boris for a year. The whole year of 2016, they claimed that she lived with him in Michigan. And it turned out it was all a lie. Every time you turned around, he'd be on live and somebody would say, like Lori Green, she'd say, so Boris, can you get Lindy in here so we can say hi to her? Oh, she's already in bed. She wasn't there. We found out later she was never there. But they lied and said they lived together for a year. And then eventually and I kept saying, you've never even met the man. You're not there. You never met him. So she messages me and says, you lied and said I'd never met him. I live with him. Well, now that email didn't age well, did it, Lindy? And that whole email, that whole thread aged so badly. So badly. There's not enough cold cream to fix that one. There's not enough ointment. So, do I think Rory's a good person? I think Lindy is a good person. So what does that tell you? I think Lindy needs help. I don't think Lindy's a monster. Although I like to say, God, she's a monster. So what does that tell you? Rory has never done anything to me. Rory's never done anything to Lindy. Kat was the one that had it out with her. Her and Kat went at each other. Because Lindy did the same thing to Kat that she's doing to me. Early, before I even knew Lindy, she was doing it to Kat. And that's true. They showed me. They literally showed me. Kat showed me. I didn't just take her word for it. She fucking showed me. Chimon says, I believe Lindy's a monster. I think the Lindy that we see every fucking day doing what she does is a monster when she's not, when she needs to get help. But I think that whatever's going on with her is My shit's closing down, you guys. Let me get it. I can't even plug up. My cord's far gone. I got to end this. I'm sorry. I'm going dead here. Fuck. Love you all. Thank you for coming. If you have any questions, just neenercoo@gmail.com and I'll answer you. The best that I can. You guys stay awesome. Stay safe. Don't catch anybody's cooties. Love you, bitch.